Similar Podcast.
Cheer. What's going on? Ali Similar Podcast, Season 2, Episode number 24.
24.
I am Rello. To the right of me, I have
DJ Dane-Ja.
DJ Hypa was good.
Darren was
good.
John. EAZ.
Yes, sir.
Cheer.
Back again. Feel like it's been a minute, but it's only been last Tuesday. But feel like it's been a minute.
I missed
How's
last
everybody
Tuesday.
doing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that's probably what it was.
That's what it was. We missed this, man.
How's it been? How's everybody
How
went?
was the event, bro?
Oh, shit. I went to a few events.
Well, how was one of them?
Well, are you talking about the one from work? Oh, actually, that one, I ended up getting home like 10 and some change. It was good, though. It was good.
Nice.
Of course, met different people.
We missed you last week, nigga. We need them sound effects.
And I thought about it, too, that night. I was like,
quiet work.
But yeah, it was dope. And then the weekend, I was basically out. Like Dane-Ja would say, I was outside.
It's outside.
You know what I'm saying? So aside from that, just ready to be back to work this week with y'all.
Nice.
Sure.
My weekend was pretty cool. Spent a lot of time with the family. You know what I'm saying? We went to City Island to celebrate my mom-in-law's birthday.
Dope.
And
That's what's up.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That part of the Bronx, I like.
What was up?
I like it's City Island. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I like
okay.
it. It like the vibe. And
I went there
everything.
one time. It's kind of
Shit over there. That's what.
Nah, but it's
Shit
like
is secluded.
no. It's like it kind of give me that Miami vibe. It's like a strip of
It's like
just
a boardwalk. Yeah,
fire
I mean,
like spots.
ain't no houses and shit over there.
yeah,
Like,
there's just mansions over
yeah,
there.
Well,
like
it
that.
ain't like
It's like
It ain't like city.
definitely
It ain't
North
like here. Like, you know,
Mad
it's
crab and
congested,
mad fish.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
beer fish.
It's a nice little like outskirts vibe. You know, I like that though.
I went there one time. I'm not a seafood nigga, but like I said, the ambiance and the atmosphere looks fire.
Yeah,
It's by the water too,
I
right?
was shopping over there 2 days ago. Cross County.
yeah.
Yeah, nice
That's a
little-
low. That's
yeah,
a low
nice
spot that people
yeah.
don't know about, but they be having some
Yeah,
shit
it's
over
nice
there.
little-
High spot now.
Mm-hmm.
little nice little
Another one
outside
is
mall,
Ridge Hill
so-
Mall. If you be over it by Yonkers,
Oh, okay.
Ridge Hill Mall. That's another spot that niggas don't know about.
It's
Man.
another
High
nigga.
spot
He's
now,
a
too.
Bronx tour guide. This nigga's a Bronx tour
Yo, the
guide.
Bronx got a lot of culture, man. People don't realize it. They hear the bad shit about the Bronx, but the Bronx got a lot of culture, man.
Nah, it does.
Like you walk through the Bronx and you get a vibe of everything: Puerto Rico, Cuba, Africa, you know, Haiti, everywhere, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah. We loving every borough out here, man. How was your weekend, Danger? Anything was lit on your scene?
Same old. Went to a pool party, Larive, and yeah, that's the vibes.
All right.
You talk about lit shit like it's regular, like yeah, pool party. Yeah.
Only because I speak about kind of the same things every week, so it's like I don't want to re-say the same thing again. So yeah, when I say Larive and these type of events, you know the vibes.
You know the vibe. You know the vibe.
People got to know where you at, kid. Got to come.
True.
Come check you out, so they gotta know where you at. Yo, shouts to Twist to World. It was a good week for us as well. So
Dope.
shouts to everybody supporting the
Y'all, can I
brand.
get a hat
I
guard?
gotta get some hats from Miami.
Hat guard?
I mean, that's the perfect, like, you know, type of hat
Might
to
be a
wear
little bit
out.
hot
Speaking
for that
speaking
shit,
of the
though,
Bronx,
I ain't
though.
gonna
Speaking of the Bronx,
Where we going with
I
this?
saw.
Where we going with this?
I saw. Yeah. Why you look like that? For?
It's
waiting to hear what
what
we
is he
about
gonna
to
say
go.
now, nigga?
Because I think I saw like one of your pictures you post. You said now delivering 2 boroughs. I was trying to figure out what boroughs were it.
I put 2 all boroughs.
To all boroughs?
Boroughs, yeah.
You know, I would just be hitting that shit fast. So
See that?
Jude trying to be
Read,
spicy.
nigga.
I was
That's
like,
what it is.
yo, this nigga said
Yeah,
2
sure.
boroughs. I
Back to
was
my
like,
question: when I'm getting a hat guard,
Just hit me up. We out here.
You outside?
I like that
We out here,
answer.
man.
I like that
That's
answer.
what's up.
I like
We out
that
here, we
answer.
out here.
nice and politically correct.
I ain't
Heard
gonna
you.
lie though, man. I'm seeing the models and everybody that cop. I'm like, yo, that shit look fire the way they
I'm
threw
not,
it together.
I'm not
like-
gonna hold you, bro. I'll be talking to people about it, and it's like, your hats are not good. It's like, I know. Let me rephrase it. Listen, your hats are not just good. Like when I look at your hats, I'm like, yo, them shits is fire, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Nah,
the
a lot of people
creativity
showing
is
love.
OD, and I'm very happy. For
I be
you, bro.
like, how did he
Good luck, good
even
luck.
think to
Dead
like,
ass. I be like, this shit
put
is
that
fucking
together like
lit. Every new hat that I see, I'm like, yo, can I do this? Like I want to do it, but like, is this me or I gotta figure it out? So I'm gonna get one.
You have to
eventually.
know how to
Yeah.
dress to wear these hats, though.
That's what I said.
That's literally
It's-
what
its own type
it
shit.
boils
I
down
definitely
to.
feel it depend on the
Occasion.
The occasion.
Yeah.
That's right.
You feel, but you could get away with it. Like,
I feel like
It's a creative ass hat. I think you can
Exactly.
wear it anywhere.
you can't. It's just
Depend. Yeah,
You
it
just
really
gotta
does.
know
style.
how to.
Depends on how
yeah.
you dress. You got to know how to.
You gotta. You
rock
know
it.
what? Speaking of this little conversation we have, you might have to have like a little how-to book.
Yeah.
All right, when you
exactly.
go into this
yeah.
event,
cheat sheet.
you put this on, match it up with this outfit. You know what I'm saying? That might
Shout,
be a
shout
good
outs to
idea.
Dion. He been killing it.
Oh yeah,
Shout out to
shouts to
Dion
Dion,
for real,
man.
bro.
Showing mad
Yep,
support. Shouts to Dion.
Shout out to Dion.
We got some good people about to definitely promote the brand. Some very well known people, so I'm happy about that. So yeah, everything is moving good, man. Shouts to all the love. Shouts to everybody following the brand. And keep following, keep showing love. Yeah, moving on. Oh, Quicks, man. You never talk about what you're doing, man. Let the people know what you got going
He
on.
be quiet. You got
Gotta let the
stock in
people know
Apple.
what's
What
going
you do?
on, man.
Let them know what's coming up, bro. Let them know.
I don't know what you're
You know
doing
the
out here.
vibes. You know the vibes. You know the vibes.
I heard
Nah,
you
I
into
know.
cinema.
Huh?
I heard you into cinema.
What the hell's that?
You don't know
Like
what
the
that
movies,
is
bro.
now. You don't know what movies are now.
Word.
You don't know what film
Video.
is.
Oh,
videos.
yeah. Now you know what it is. I'm on some before Rel started twisted world shit. Like I don't really want to talk about it. I just want to do it. So that's
heard.
it.
I got you.
Yes.
I'd rather wait till that come out and then be like, hey, here you go.
Good escape
Makes
route.
sense.
Feel you. Definitely can understand that. We're going to move right on to this stand. We got a few things that the people's chatting about. So, I like to touch on a few topics. We got this Epstein thing, man, committing suicide, which has been a lot of talk of the town. He was on trial or about to be on trial for, the
Sex trafficking.
the sex trafficking and, the little kid stuff and all that kind of stuff. So he basically committed suicide. Everybody's been talking about that, got their own feelings on that. Some people say it's a conspiracy theory, blah, blah, blah. You got any views on it, K? Because I know you be a conspiracy
He went
theorist.
straight to you like,
Sure.
nah, nigga,
Yeah.
I know you gonna
Hey,
talk
yo,
about this.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, conspiracy theorists are underestimated, and they brush them off because they're other term. But it ain't called. I don't consider myself a conspiracy theorist. I put shit where it needs
Facts.
to be
When
at,
you put
bro.
2 and 2
Like,
equals 4, like,
Come on, the
I mean-
man. All right, he's in a max prison, maximum security. He's on suicide watch, meaning somebody walk past every 15 minutes. 20 minutes. But there's a
24
guard
hours.
just there already watching his cell.
They said it was every half an hour for him
Nah.
after he came
Oh,
off
now it's
suicide
half
watch.
for him.
That's what he
Yeah.
said.
Everybody
He
else
was
is
on
15.
suicide watch.
Conspiracy right there.
He was on suicide watch. He met with the psychiatrist, and then they took him off. But then he still had every hour a guard had to
They
check
can't
on.
take
Every
you-
a half an hour a guard had to check on him.
But they can't take you off until there's cleared by the psychologist. They cleared him.
Or that's what they're saying. He got taken off, so I'm guessing. But conspiracy,
Bro.
like you said.
I feel like what happened was thank you.
Yeah.
I feel like he had some shit on Trump. I feel like he had some shit on Bush. And once he spoke about the royal family, that's when I was like, oh, he gonna die, because he had shit on the Vatican. He was going to spill his guts, bro, and tell everything. So I think either they killed him and they try to cover it up, or I don't even think he dead. They just telling us he dead and he's somewhere else. Because when you got that type of money, you could disappear, bro.
I believe that.
That's true too. I mean, that's true. I think both theories can actually be true. Honestly, both theories can actually be true. They said he wasn't he was able to go home for 4 days and then come back. To
he was
jail.
working. He was in
Like,
Miami. He was
yeah,
able to go to work and then go back to
To
jail.
jail, yeah,
my God!
He was,
That's
and
a
I'm
big
like,
fact.
word, that he got visitation to his office.
Yeah, that's crazy.
How does that work? You know what I mean? He had some El Chapo type.
I just wanted him to
privileges.
freaking spill the beans, man. I wanted some niggas
I
to
was,
get buried, man.
They said
Everybody
he had
about to get
hundreds.
exposed.
He had hundreds of people he was
I'm
going
sure, man.
violate.
Man. Probably all of these kings and queens was messing with these little girls that he had.
And it could have been body harvesting. It could have went. Trust me, I could go deep with all that, but it could have went far, bro. Human trafficking, of course, the prostitution is involved with that. But then they got money laundering, they got drugs. They probably was involved with so much shit, bro. We can't never look the shit with Chase, 100 million in cocaine on one of they ships or something like that. I don't know if y'all heard about that.
Yeah, I heard about that.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you hear?
They found
was it Chase?
It was Chase. J.P. Morgan.
Some bank company got reimbursed with their money in Canada. Is it Chase?
Chase. Yeah. Like, so everybody that got chased in Canada, they debt got taken off if they had credit card debt.
Yo, so when we
I don't know what glitch
when we
was
moving,
that
y'all?
happened.
When we moving,
Everybody.
That shit ain't
nigga.
spread over here.
Nah,
four
been
niggas on this panel got like Chase, nigga. And I guarantee you, we ain't getting that in America.
hell
I
no, they
wish.
never do no
I'd
shit
have
like
been
that.
lit.
You do that for a whole fucking country, bro.
That would have been super lit. But
yo,
there's a lot
Drake,
of
we
things
soon
on the
reach.
docket, so we're gonna keep
What y'all think about it? I don't want to sound like I'm the only crazy.
Now, I was
person with
actually
a tin
thinking the
hat.
same thing because I feel like a lot of people feel like something ain't right. Like they really probably try to line him up before he even opened his mouth and say anything.
Say anything.
Yeah, so yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Or he could have just been like, he knew what was gonna come and said, "Nah, I'm not gonna fuck with these niggas. I'm just gonna kill myself," because it was gonna put him through the ringer, bro.
Bro,
That's a
but
big fact.
if you know this man is on suicide watch, what could you leave in his cell for him to hang himself? Like, it just don't make sense to me. Like,
And it's funny, it's so coincidental that anytime somebody commits suicide, it's always the same way. He hung himself some way. Like, usually, well, from my experience of going to the bookings, they always make you take away your license because that's the tool you use to hang yourself.
or your belt.
I'm sure they're gonna do that in a real jail. So how is he hanging himself with his clothes? Like, nah, stop it.
And then in max security, don't they have like a big ass like window where they could tell if you even try, they got like 20 minutes to come and still take you down. Like if they do see you up there,
okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like, so you just let him rock the whole time? I don't know, man.
Yeah, too many loopholes.
It's way too many
There's
loopholes.
a lot of
Bro.
loopholes in that one.
You can't even sneeze or jaywalk in New York without somebody catching you. Like you in the max prison and nobody knew nothing. You killed you just dead.
Yeah, ain't want that man to spill the beans, man. It would have happened.
He's about to finish a whole bunch of people.
I don't know how much. I know June and Hypa probably definitely heard about this. This NCAA thing that everybody's talking about, this new rich poor rule, they calling it. Basically talking about the NCAA has passed a new regulation. Any free agent that works with a college player coming from the college to the draft now has to have a bachelor's degree. They basically saying this rule has started because of Rich Paul, his interactions with the players from college going into the draft. I think I don't remember the kid's name, but there's one kid that he signed, I think went to play overseas for a year instead of going to the NCAA. And then he went from overseas straight to the NBA. So I guess they feeling like he's taking away some of their prospects, or just, I think some people have said that's just pure racism, and they hating on Rich Paul and his success, I guess, as being an agent and stuff like that. But you guys got any views on this one?
They changed it today. There's
they changed it.
Yeah,
You don't need a bachelor's.
You don't need
no
a
more.
bachelor's degree anymore.
Oh, they changed it back.
Yeah.
Not back, but they
No.
just
They
changed that part of the
Yeah.
rules. The
So
rest
what do you
was
need? You don't need to be in
bachelor's degree.
4 years in college neither.
no.
No, I don't think so. You
No.
don't need a bachelor's. You don't.
So I'm a little bit confused. Like,
What?
just
basically, there were some criterias that
Like,
basically right now, like because of what's going on, like with Rich Paul, they trying to set these criterias where you gotta have a bachelor's degree, you gotta be associated with NBPA, is that for at least 3 years, and then you gotta be able to travel to Indiana and take an exam. So to me, I feel that was already a drag.
rigorous.
Bro.
exam.
You gotta
to
travel.
be an agent. To be an agent.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
He's a sports agent. Yeah, well, basketball, NCAA, like
Yo.
what's it called? To
And Rich Paul
Sway.
ain't getting none of that. So
Yeah,
But this is the
player.
thing. They trying to hinder everybody that's gonna be doing that.
mind you,
Like-
they're making millions off these kids already. So they're trying to tell you what you can do to try to make money
Here's how I look at it, because I watch like the things that have been going on ever since the whole AD's issue. I look at it like this: with this rule, I feel like they trying to limit. I guess because they see like Rich Paul right now is changing the agent game right now. I look at it like, I feel because now it's more like entrepreneurship that's going on. They trying to stop. Like they don't want. It's like you kind of taking money out their pocket.
Trying to stop the
Kinda,
bag.
you really
Yeah,
are.
you are taking money.
Yeah,
So
you
I
are.
look at it like anything that could make someone, specifically a black man, to wanna like become a better person, or if you have any vision or any ideas you want to put into play,
Finally,
Control the
Hypa's
narrative
crossing-
of
yeah,
their
you,
brand
it's
type
like
shit.
you really trying to
Crossing
put them
over.
in that control. Like, okay, no, that we're not gonna have that because
Yeah.
you're kind of fucking up our bread.
They trying to rig the game, bro.
Right. So to me, I look at like because of Rich Paul and the power like that's going on with LeBron. You see LeBron, he's back
LeBron
like
run the
them,
NBA.
them Twitter. He been having Twitter
Yeah.
fingers.
Yeah, he was going
So,
on.
yeah. So I feel like right now the fact that they see LeBron is pushing, they got the other players right now that's after Rich Paul. I feel like now that it's becoming a threat to them. So I feel like now it's like we don't even want to even have another black man to even think they could come out and do something like that. So this is how I
Don't
look at it.
motivate these niggas.
Yeah. So it's like they want to make sure they still have the control over like anybody that's coming to play, you know, like college ball to not even think about like don't go to the NBA yet.
Go to
college.
overseas. And
Yeah,
then-
go to overseas.
yeah,
So
and then-
that's how I'm looking at it. Like, yo, so because this man right now has that leverage to actually change the game, now you low key like I hate like I was thinking I'm like, yo, should I really pull out the race card? But then again, it's like the way I'm looking at it, you really
How well?
It's
you
the
put
only
me in a
card
situation
in
where
the
I
deck.
have to pull out the race card.
So it's the only card that's in the deck.
Yeah, so I'm like, you know what, man? NCAA, you know, let's put it like this. Let's say for another player that's coming straight from high school, let's say there's no big name that comes from college, you'll see what happened with the NCAA, because if you don't have a high school prospect to even consider, like, you know what, are we gonna trying to get him to go to college, or is he gonna just say, you know what, now I'm able to get an agent, I'm gonna go straight to the league, or I'm gonna go overseas. They're not the NCAA is not gonna have a big name player, because what's gonna happen is now they're gonna have these high school prospect players that's gonna be like, you know what, I could skip college, because at the end of the day, it's like I already know I got the talent, and that's another thing. If you want your players to go to college, why don't you start paying these players? Don't you think so?
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So-
they make enough money.
But that ain't
Yeah,
gonna-
If the coach of the college
So-
can make $8
So
million,
I'm looking like, so you over here, you trying to protect, but bro, you're not even trying to pay these college players. So to me,
bro,
that's a dub. That's a
when
dub.
they want to
That's
stop a
dub.
black man,
That's
they
a dub.
test him. Meaning they make everything in order for you to get this, you got to take a test. And that test, I choose the questions, and I choose what you got to study. Like, you know, that's how they control a lot of shit, bro. And it's like that with corporations. It's like that in athletics. It's in like everything, bro. And it's fucked up, because it's like, yo, this man, he didn't have to go to college to make this money.
Yeah.
Now you making it a requirement. Like, you don't need that, clearly, because
Yeah.
he made it without it. And Jay-Z,
And I think that's what they're afraid of.
you know what I'm saying? Because think about him. He got a whole management company now. And they was fighting tooth and nail with Hov about that shit. Like, yo, nigga tampering with KD. He tampering with this. Da-da-da-da. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's fucked up, but that's the league, man.
I just feel that's straight up hate. Like, you guys are being threatened. Like, you guys see, like,
They scared.
he's coming. Like, he's actually changing the whole like system when it comes to like agency.
Yeah.
The free not free agency, but
in a
like,
way,
a
for me,
agent.
it's kind of like black empowerment too. It's like he's empowering these players and these young black
Think
kids.
about their
to-
Yeah,
future.
like you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I look at it like, yo, man, shouts to Rich
No,
Paul.
he got
man.
that kid that got like the $1 million endorsement, or like the $1 million internship with like
New Balance.
New Balance or Puma
Yeah.
or one of them companies.
Yeah.
And he
That's
just
I
right.
think
worked.
it was New Balance.
Yeah, I think it was New Balance.
Yeah. See, that's even dope. So like nobody was doing that.
No.
Nah, they don't want that, man. They don't want that. But that's a good segue to what you were saying. We got the Jay-Z signing the entertainment deal with the NFL. I see a lot of comments, people kind of hating on Jay-Z for this shit too, saying that
Wow.
we can't boycott and just stay
It's
away
not an
and be at the
entertainment deal,
conference.
really. It's like
But
it's specifically to bring awareness to
Social injustice.
yeah, social
Yeah, but I
injustice.
heard he's gonna be handling like the entertainment portions of Super Bowls
Of,
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
oh, of course, that's like a trade off. Like I'll handle the entertainment portion, but
We got to talk about this. This is
This-
the focus. This is
exactly.
why I'm here.
so it's not like I don't know why people are hating on it, because it's like
They
it's-
closed-minded.
It says social injustice. It's not. It's not like he just said I'm doing this and has nothing to do with like it's just for the money.
I looked at it like he's fighting the beast from within.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, just because he's doing business with the NFL, that don't mean he likes the NFL now or his views change. He's like, all right, I'm going to get inside there, and we're going to work our way from inwards and in.
But that just
That-
a lot of people
fact
hate
that-
he got to get in the room, and people don't realize that once he's in the room, then he could change the discussion
Oh,
now.
that's-
You know what I'm
that's-
saying?
That's how I viewed it.
Yeah.
That's the same thing I watch because I'm into fashion and things. That this whole argument that Diaper Dan has as well. There's a lot of people been hating on Diaper Dan because he
Dapper
did
Dan.
Dapper Dan because he did the deal with Gucci or whatever.
That's how you said
So-
diaper.
Oh, he
Dan.
said
he But wasn't he affiliated with Gucci before
Yeah,
that?
he was doing that.
Nah,
one.
he
He
was
wasn't
doing-
affiliated.
he
He was
wasn't.
doing his own thing.
Oh, he wasn't.
He was
Yeah.
he was
Oh, shit.
creating stuff on his own. Like he was just taking the visual of the
Yeah.
brand and creating his own stuff.
He made Gucci
But
in
nah.
New York, bro.
Yeah.
Now Gucci
You know what
Harlem.
I'm saying?
basically
Gucci
came
hired
to him.
him, but this
Yeah.
was years ago. They hired him
Like
and then
20
gave
something.
Yeah,
him.
so he was
his own
working
thing.
with Gucci before the incident.
Yes, before
That's
the
what I'm
incident.
just saying.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's not like he had no
But
affiliation.
still, a lot of people
He
still
just started.
saying
He
that.
just started. Like he been
Like,
doing
legally.
this Diaper Dan shit. He been doing this since the 90s, the 80s.
Yeah.
So it's like, so it's like he just
You
like
said diaper Dan too.
Yeah, I'm
Dapper.
like, usually I would let him rock,
Yeah.
but now he was
You
saying
said diaper. You
I
said
said
diaper.
Dapper Dan.
Not
Now
you,
you got
bro.
it right.
Not you.
Huh?
You, not you. Not
Oh, I thought y'all said
you.
I
Nah,
called
you
him Diaper
said
Dan.
bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy,
But
bro.
a lot of people was hating on him, but basically saying that he already had a name for himself and he don't need to conform and sign with Gucci. He could just do his own thing. But his whole aspect was like, yo, I want to be worldwide. I want to be, I'm saying, global. So I need to get myself into these rooms
Yeah.
with these people that can, help me become global, and then I could do my own thing from within there. But a lot of people don't see the full scheme. They don't see the big picture. They always think that, don't stay away from them.
They
We
look
don't
at
we don't
everything
need
as
them.
selling out,
Blah,
and it's
blah.
like it
Yeah.
ain't really selling out if I'm still keeping my identity and my morals. You know what I'm saying? Like we could eventually disagree, but that don't mean we can't work together for my greater good and for my people greater good.
I think you just got to show the people too. Like this whole, especially if just coming with Jay-Z and shit, and he got to show the people something. Like he can't just say, "Oh, this is a deal that I got with these people," and nothing happens. Nothing that happens as we can see that. All right, you signing with the NFL and doing this whole thing. That's whatever. What is it supposed to be again?
Social injustice. It's
Something
to
social
bring awareness to
injustice and
social
awareness
injustice.
has to happen. So we can see that, okay, this was for the greater good. You did this. You're doing something
But what?
for
Because people gonna have a high ass expectation. and it's
anything.
like,
I'm just
I
saying
just got
anything,
there, bro. Like,
anything
what
at
you want
all.
me
It
to
can't
do?
just be a deal and nothing happens. Like
All right.
that-
So
that-
if Cap gets signed,
That's
right?
what I was gonna get
if
at.
Kaepernick gets signed and then they get allowed to kneel, they gonna praise Jay for that.
I mean,
Yes.
you s-
They will.
But
I'm not saying.
I'm just saying,
I'm
like,
saying
what
the
level
pi-
of it? Because
the
then
picture
niggas gonna be like,
is
well, black
bigger.
people should get half off tickets. Like,
I
it's like, all right,
understand.
Nah,
come
that's
No, I
classic.
understand because then they'll put like it's not enough. Or
Yeah, they gonna
they'll put
keep-
they'll just
they gonna put a
keep
cap.
raising the expectations and be like, all right, he did that, but this, but that. So what is good enough?
That comes with the game.
me anything.
At the end
I'm
of the
not
day,
saying
the
I'm just saying
masses is
anything
not
needs
gonna
happen.
be. They like you said, they're always gonna want more. But just Jay-Z could easily just take his money, go live somewhere in the island with his wife,
And
and
not
not
care
give a fuck
about-
about it. But the fact that he's putting his hands in these things is like, all right, you are doing this for us. So at some point, we do have a say. Like, all right, if this is for us, like, how far are you
Let me
taking
see
it?
something.
And another thing that I do look at is what has he done already? Like he's brought so much awareness to a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I watched the Free Meek Mill
Khalif
documentary.
Browder.
Khalif Browder. Just the reform, the
Amazon Prime niggas.
the reform,
Got
the
it.
Khalif Browder's I think is on Netflix, but the
Yeah, that's a
reform,
fact.
the reform thing, like Jay-Z's like has his
Prison
foot
reform?
in it. Prison
Yeah.
reform. He has his foot in that. Like he's doing so much where it's just like, I don't like you gotta expect him.
Don't
to,
do too much.
No, I said he's doing so much. Like don't think that he's not going to.
Yeah, he ain't in it for
No, I
half.
give him. I
like,
give
he
you.
ain't
You
half
don't
stepping.
discredit. You don't discredit what he's done. But when it comes to a deal like this, you don't go from 1 year boycotting the NFL to the next year doing something with them and don't expect people to be like, "Yo, what's going on?" Are you gonna?
But
do
that show
something to us? You know what I'm
but
saying?
that show his power though,
I would
because they
feel-
looked at it like, yo, we need Hove, no matter what, because
I
he's the
I
good and
definitely
dandy.
feel, based on what you just said, I feel like the Kaepernick situation is like that's probably like the top, like that's
Yeah.
the main thing right
he
now.
gets signed.
'Cause
We
when-
I
fucks
wouldn't,
with
even, I wouldn't even put that as anything because honestly,
That's gonna.
he hasn't like I don't even know if owners want to play. You know what? I can't even.
I
bring
said
that.
no to
Let-
the NFL. You need me. I don't need you.
Let me ask you this then. If you feel that way about that, how'd you feel about Spike Lee and the Grammys? Well, not the Oscars. He wanted everybody to boycott it one year. The next year he won a Oscar
And then he
for the Black
jumping on people
Klansman.
and hugging people.
And yeah, he was loving it.
That's Spike. I don't.
No, but I'm saying,
Yeah,
but what
I
I'm
don't know
saying
about
is,
that nigga.
it's kind of like the same thing with the whole Jay things you was like that. That was
No, but
comparison.
this is to me. This is different because Jay's going into this with the intent and the purpose to make some kind of change with the social.
Yeah, within.
So
Yeah.
now I need to see that. He's getting his trophy for that's that nigga. He ain't say he gonna do
Change
anything
nothing.
for
He
nobody.
did-
He
yeah,
just
wanted to see.
Oh,
he
so
just want that
trophy.
gratification for him. That's
No, he
good.
wanted it for himself. You don't think he want the? I'm
he-
asking.
I
I don't
don't
know.
know. I honestly,
yeah,
I
it had
think
to
he
be.
did
I
want
didn't
it
do anything
for.
for nobody.
No, but he
him.
was asking people to boycott it because he was like a lot of people. He feel like a lot of black directors
Wasn't
like,
getting no love.
pushed aside when it comes
I
to
do
movie
think he
business.
wanted it for the masses, like
but he
us,
wanted it for himself as
but
well.
I think that
think
one
so.
trophy pacified him. Like, you know what?
Oh,
Here's your
Big time.
trophy. Shut the f up, nigga.
possible.
Yeah.
And
Possible.
he's
But I think
quiet
I
since-
like that. I like
think
that saying,
Jay-
pacified him.
I think
At
that
first I was like,
Jay-Z shit is a whole different
Yeah, that was
vibe,
dope,
like you
Dane-Ja.
said. The Jay-Z
Yeah.
situation is all different and all together because he proved to them that you need me, bro. Like, you know, the viewership went down.
He's going off right now.
Facts.
Wasn't me.
The
My
viewership
bad.
went down no matter what.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people wasn't watching the NFL like they was before.
Yeah.
Yo, to the football fans, I don't know if y'all know, but were the ratings really low because of all of this Kaepernick stuff?
Not really, man.
I
Not really,
feel like
bro.
that kind of brought more attention
I'm not
to it.
gonna
It's
hold
gonna
you.
bring
Niggas
more
watching
viewers.
that.
Nah, do
People
y'all
still
feel
watch-
that way or do y'all know
Yeah,
for a
like, do
fact?
you know
like,
I
it
don't.
ain't-
I don't think.
I
the
don't
ratings
think people
are
would.
That's
People
sport.
still-
It's
Super Bowl.
It's very,
Super Bowl parties are still going down.
Nah, but
It's
it
a-
dropped. It dropped.
It
Though.
dropped?
Do
It
you
They
dropped.
know?
said
You
like
know,
21%, bro.
Yeah, it dropped.
It dropped.
I
dropped.
feel
But I'm
felt
sure
like it
people
did,
still
but I'm
watch
like,
the
I don't
Super
watch
Bowl, though.
football, so like
Yeah,
let it
yeah,
pass.
It's such a.
I mean, that's the
American
biggest.
and-
Yeah, that's
what I'm
the
saying.
biggest
That's the
pastime
only thing
in
to really
America.
watch
Yeah.
on that day.
America. I'm glad you said that word.
What?
They have a whole
That's
day
America's
devoted
favorite
to
sport.
just that sport, bro. Like Sundays when football is on, it's devoted to football,
Love
bro.
Love it.
Like so, it's a very
Love it.
Caucasian dominated viewership in
I
that
think-
sport as well. So it's like it's
black
very.
man.
But it's a
Watch
very
that.
black.
think
That's why they
it's
call it.
dominated
I think that's why they
sport.
call it.
Yeah.
American. I think that's why they call it American
Crazy.
sport.
Y'all got to realize, too,
Yeah,
it's
obsessed with it.
based
They
on
love us,
which is
demographics.
horrible. What you said.
What do you mean?
It's true.
It's based on demographics. So, like, your age. Like, a lot of young people ain't home on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of older people watch football.
I don't agree with that.
A lot of-
everybody home. On
I
Sunday.
know.
Yeah, nah, he's.
Yeah, everybody home on Sunday.
Bro, nah.
We was kids before.
Nah,
Where we going on
nah,
Sunday besides church?
But see, I'm talking
Gonna be
about
bruh.
the core. I'm telling you, the core of football fans, they're older people, bro.
I believe that, but
Like,
the
without a
kids,
doubt.
the kids are home watching that too, though.
I'll tell you why young people watch it, because it's a fast sport.
Baseball's whack.
With young kids not watching baseball because
Exactly.
baseball's
It's too
slow.
slow.
I get it.
All right.
If you say so,
But
I'm,
it's really-
I'm gonna believe what I believe still.
Soccer players that don't show their face and they ain't got no type of
They show-
recognition.
No, I'm saying by default,
They don't
their
want no
face
You
is
Don't
exposed.
say that's ignorance. That's kind of somewhat ignorance, because just because it's in America, a lot of people know
We
a
set
lot
the
of stuff
tone,
in
bro.
international.
We set the tone.
No, not international. Not for
not soccer,
football.
though.
Not-
Soccer's the
No, I ain't
biggest
talking
soccer
about.
the biggest
I'm
sport
not
in the-
talking
in
about
the
with
world.
soccer though. Like I'm
What?
talking about, let there be an
Celebrity.
American, let there be an American player that go over in Europe and play soccer.
Actually, Pulisic.
And I guarantee you, he would be more popular in
What?
our country
Uh-huh.
than any other player that's get more than him, that's better than him, or whatever. Because it's America.
Well, we don't know yet, because like I said, this kid that he's actually really good now. He plays for the U.S. national team. His name is Pulisic, I think. He's actually pretty good, but now he just got transferred. Now he's playing in like a major soccer league now overseas.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
that's where all the major
So-
leagues. It's like you can't do that. You can't be that nice in soccer and play over here.
Yeah,
you gotta
exactly.
go to like
Exactly.
Yeah.
You gotta play in British Premier League, or
The
you gotta
comp
play
level
in
is
La
way
Liga.
over your
The older
overseas.
dudes,
That's true.
they come over here later
when they
in their career.
When
when they
they
wash.
wash.
David
Yes.
Beckham.
That's why I say MLS.
Wayne
That's
Rooney
funny.
or whatever
Yeah.
his
I don't
name
know
is.
nothing about soccer. That's funny.
Zlatan and all
Yeah.
them.
But football.
They come
They come.
later. When
It's like
I
the
watch
best
now.
of the best goes to Europe, because that's where the comp level is like at its
Yeah.
finest. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Even
So-
Thierry Henry came here
Yeah.
when he was basically washed.
I'm about to say Thierry Marie.
I heard the same thing.
Since when she plays soccer,
Yeah.
That's a big fact.
Yeah.
But moving on, we're gonna hop into some other things. I just wanted to get a little bit of what the people was chatting about.
Chatty patty vibes.
Yeah, chatty patty
automatically
vibes.
think of chatty patty.
I don't really want to go around for this, but A few people can chime in. How do you guys feel about the word loyalty, and what does the word loyalty kind of mean to y'all? And you know, one quick lump sum kind of a situation.
Loyalty.
It's hard to say it without saying the word loyalty in it, like in the definition.
In the description?
Yeah. I would say trust.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same word.
Gooch.
Like
Gooch.
that's really like the only thing. Like if the trust is high, then you got my loyalty. If I don't trust you, I ain't loyal to you.
It's for the other way around too.
If you,
yeah, it's
If
sad.
you
It's
loyal.
sad. I agree with you, but the way this world works, it's like it's levels to trust. It's levels to loyalty, because you can think you're loyal to a person 100%, but you may do something to someone, and somebody else may view that like, yeah, he's loyal, but when he did that, I feel like that's when he became unloyal or disloyal, whatever the case may be.
But if it take one thing to happen for you to question my whole loyalty, then maybe you don't know the definition of a friend. Nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? So I expect you to have some type of flaw that I don't like.
Sounds good on the mic, but usually all it takes is for you to do one thing wrong and everything gets thrown out the window, wrong or right. You can you can attest to that.
But
Yeah, but
I mean, we
But if
speak
it's-
in general terms.
That's
obviously.
what I mean by
Yeah,
that
we
word.
speaking-
It's levels. It's levels. Some people could say, you do X, Y, and Z, but because you did that, my nigga, you disloyal. I can't fuck with you no more, bro. All it takes is one.
yeah, but if you,
All it takes is one.
that's why I said trust. Because if I trust you, I'll give you an opportunity to fuck up again, and then fuck up again.
You're
And
a nice guy,
then
bro.
it's like
Some people
it
don't
depends
give
on who it
second
is.
chances. Yeah,
It
some
depends
people
on
don't
who
give
it is.
second chances.
But like then it's like, all right, well, this is you now. Like I could see that.
Yeah.
Now I could be like, all right, yeah,
he's not worth
no more loyalty
trust.
to you.
No loyalty.
You know?
Heard you.
That makes sense. I kind of like the word trust. It kind of puts loyalty into a nutshell. That usually is something that loyalty develops from. So I guess you can, use that word. When you guys give loyalty, or when you feel like you're being loyal to somebody, or one of your friends or whatever, you're being loyal to them, do you automatically expect them to be loyal back to you?
Depending on who it is. And I'm saying that because I know me as a person, like when it comes to everybody on this platform, we all have some type of loyalty towards each other.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely feel if you know you're the type, like let's say both of you guys,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna give 110% to him, and he may expect the same thing from you.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely feel it really depends on who it is, because there's some people too. I may think that you are loyal, and then when I do see that, like Dane-Ja just said, you do something crazy or something funny, then at that point I'm not gonna be surprised. So therefore, my disappointment won't be as much, because this is something I'm not surprised by. But if let's say June or Dane-Ja does something or something I didn't even expect, I'm like, damn, like that's gonna be a disappointment for me. So because I know at the end of the day I'm gonna give them 110%. So I expect it back because I know how they are and they know how I am.
Or do you
know what I'm
feel
saying?
like do you wait to see signs of loyalty from somebody else before you choose to be loyal to them? Like, do you not say, all right, like just say, natural friendship and stuff, and you develop a friendship with somebody and you choose to, I'm saying, no, my loyalty is going to lie with you. I'm going to, respect you.
Only on depending on what what you do for me too.
Yeah, like, do you wait to see, like,
Nah,
I don't
how
think you
the
should be
fri-
doing
Nah,
that.
by default, I'm a be loyal to you. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a reason to be disloyal. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say, okay, I see that he's disloyal, so now it's time for me to be disloyal. Well, I've been through so much and I got trust issues. So like, if I see the disloyalty happens more than once, I'm not gonna do it back. I'm just gonna be like, you know what?
That's
Like he
it.
said,
I know
I know how who he
You
is,
gotta move according.
and this is when I start to fall back.
There's no chances in loyalty then. There's no.
Yeah, there's chances.
There's chances.
With me, everybody like, you could call me an optimist or whatever, but I'm trustworthy and loyal until you prove otherwise.
Yeah,
So like it's the opposite for me. Like I don't go into it and be like, I ain't gonna trust this nigga till I know him. Because honestly, like,
That doesn't sound crazy, bro.
I don't think
But
there's
there's
anything wrong with
truth,
that.
there's truth to that, though.
I don't think anything wrong with that,
people-
though.
There's truth to that, though.
It's people that do that. You know what I'm saying? Off rip.
I
But
don't
I'm
think
not.
there's
I'm
anything
not
wrong
like
with
that because I'm going into it thinking with my mindset, which is my problem. I go into it thinking like I don't know you, but I ain't going to do nothing grimy to you. So I'm thinking people gonna be that way back.
Oh,
And
You
I
know what
think,
I'm saying?
but that's what I'm saying. I think sometimes too, it kind of backfires and it sets you for disappointment because you're that way.
Yeah.
You can't
But-
really expect.
But I also don't expect, like, I don't know how to explain it, where, like, if I see, like, all right, somebody I just met, I'm loyal to or whatever, and they don't show that back, I'm not upset. I'm just like, this is me, though. Like, I'm not going to change my personality because you that way. You know what I'm saying? Because you're an untrustworthy person or whatever the case may be. I learned from it. I know how to deal with you now. Because once you don't have my trust, it's over. Like, it ain't no way you can
so
get
you don't
it back.
feel uncomfortable like not being trustworthy, well, not trusting a person and still feeling to bring that person around your space?
I don't do that.
Like, I ain't gonna front. My mindset is like, yo, like, I'm not gonna be like, all right, because I know this, he or she is not trustworthy, stay away from him. But like, if you have a pattern of that type of behavior, after a while, I'm gonna start to drift away. So.
Yeah, but with me, I don't, just because I trust you, don't mean I'm going to have you around my family and have you at the crib and do, like, I could trust you from
But what
afar.
about if it does get that far? And
Normally
then,
at
and then
that
they
point,
do-
I
and then-
have a good,
Okay, it gets that far, and then they do something untrustworthy, and then they do it again.
then yeah, that's a cutoff.
So
Yeah, that's a
you on the
cutoff.
same type of time.
Yeah,
2 strikes.
yeah.
2
strikes.
I don't like to wait. I don't like to wait for 3, man. 3 is like, yo, if they do
But
the
then-
3rd time, nigga, that's your fault, bro.
Because I need to
You ain't even
assess
mad
and make
chances,
sure,
dog.
like, what it is, number one.
But yeah, I feel like gotta be degrees to the
Yeah.
disloyalty though too. Just like
Yeah.
depend.
Exactly. I feel like who it is.
Niggas
Yeah.
took
What
my,
it is.
niggas took my Skittles. I'm not fucking with you no more, guys.
Yeah, like,
That ain't really, that ain't really loyalty though. I don't think that's loyalty. That's just some stupid shit.
nah, but
then-
you, certain shit, little things, like,
Yeah.
could lead up to things like, oh, wow. Like, if somebody, like, you drop $1 and they step on it, and then you leave the room and they take it, and then next thing you know, he trying to fuck your girl, it's like,
Whoa, what?
I should have saw that. That time when you took that
What?
dollar. That's how you take. What I'm saying is like, to you could be like, I don't care about $1. But that could morph into some shit. Like, somebody could think they could take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? That's all I was saying about that. You know what I mean?
What?
But
And
That's-
it's deeper
that's
than
more-
just $1. It's like, yo, you're a thief.
yeah,
So if
yeah,
you could
you're a
steal
thief.
$1,
You could steal anything, or you could try to steal anything.
I feel like more on the degrees of just saying like I'm having a confidential conversation with you, and telling me something, and you're like, yo, you just keep this between me and you, and then I choose to go tell Danger, and then you find out that I told Danger, you're gonna be like, yo, my nigga, like we had this conversation between me and you, I told you not to say nothing to him, and you went ahead and told him. Now he knows, what we talked about. It's kind of like I wasn't being loyal to you. I wasn't respecting, your wishes and what you asked me to, how you asked me to
But
give
that's a forgiven offense if you did it once, or maybe I just know about it once. But if I, you know what I'm saying? Like that's something that I ain't gonna be just like, fuck this nigga forever now. Like it ain't gonna be that.
I mean, it depends to me, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. It
Because
depends. It depends. It depends.
I just
about
feel
it.
Depends
like
on what we talking about.
Talk about it.
You know what I'm saying?
I
On what
think
we
it
talking about.
depends on the relationship though. Like if you somebody that I've been friends with for 20 years and you do something like that, I'm not gonna just write off that 20 years because you did that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess.
No matter.
As
I'm
levels,
just saying,
as
like,
levels to
sounds
the
good for
friendship,
you.
bro.
Yeah, like I mean, if
It's
it's
big levels
another
to the
thing if
friendship,
if I be like, yeah, I'm fucking shorty over here, you go tell my girl, that's a whole different like.
Niggas do that though. That's like.
But
That's we
Yeah,
talking
exactly.
big time, right? Now we talking big time. 'Cause
Yeah.
Niggas do that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
That's
saying. Like it's a like you did say it was levels to it, so like it just all depends.
Yeah, I think shit like that can break up a happy home. That's like the
Yeah.
That's where shit get real testy, big testy. Have you guys ever? Well, can you remember a situation? This is gonna be funny. Can you remember the last encounter of somebody being disloyal to you, whether it be a friends or family? And how did you like handle it, like to you? Or what was your steps? What was your steps of handling? You can't handle the truth. I can start this one actually. I do remember a recent one, and I think I've learned as myself as
Sound like
a
last
man.
Yeah.
I've learned.
just
no,
happened.
As you evolve.
I learned. That's why Quicks posted something maybe 2 days ago in his story. He said something about not letting people really, the words of people affect you and stuff like that. Blah blah blah. So people, I've learned. I don't know. Maybe just the growth and me trying to do other stuff. I just learned that a lot of people say a lot of shit about you, bro. A lot of people say a lot of shit about you, and a lot of people that say shit about you is a lot of people that you do not expect to say shit about you, bro.
Yeah.
that
And
hurts.
it's not.
Yeah,
It's sometimes.
that's hurtful.
It's sometimes. It's really about. And it could be like in a situation where you really caring about somebody, or you really caring about this person, and you share stuff with them, or you're doing something that you really care about, and people can really be fucking talking crazy behind your back. And I've learned, like, certain things used to really fuck with me, son. It's not that I always talked about it, because I'm not that kind of person that always, opens their mouth and talk about shit, but it will bother me internally.
Yeah.
But now I feel like, yo, I'm a totally different person. I don't know if it's my ambition is growing or whatever, but it's like, yo, if you don't fuck with me, you don't fuck with me. It's like, I don't really care.
Feels good.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't really
I used to
care.
be like
and
that too.
I
Yeah.
wasn't like that before, though, bro. Like, I wasn't like that at all. Everything bothered me.
Nigga Dane-Ja
The way
call me
people
pussy,
looked
son.
at
I
me
can't fuck
bothered
with
me.
this nigga no
Everything
more, son.
everything
You
used
know,
to bother me.
you
But
know
now-
what it was. I think for you, it's more like because you know how you are as a person and you know your personality. It's like you felt like shit.
I got cared way too much.
Like you don't want to let anybody down, or you care too much what people think of you.
Yeah.
So it's like
Exactly.
to a point now. It's like, you know what? Regardless, not everybody gonna like you.
Yeah.
But I
You
think,
know what I'm saying? 50%
honestly,
people gonna fuck with you
I had
What
that
I-
mentality
just for no reason.
too
At that,
long.
they won't fuck with you for no reason.
What I think it is though is like some things you need to go through, even if it fucking hurts your heart, because you know how to build off of that. Like that was my problem too. Like I used to care about explaining to people about a fucked up person that was doing shit, lying, and this is that and the third.
Mhm.
Until
Like
I realized
convincing.
like I ain't gotta sell you on me, bro. Like if you feel like if you believe the bullshit that's being put out, then you don't know me. You know what I'm saying? Like after a while, it's kind of like, yo, man, I get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I am this way, they're that way, or whatever the case may be. But like I'm not going to try to cater to you now because I'm giving you energy that you don't deserve.
I'd be a liar if I said I'm not 100% out of controlling that. Like
It still affect you?
it doesn't end like the way it did before, but I'll be a liar if I said nothing nobody says could, make me feel away. You know what I'm saying?
I think out of growth, I think in a sense you kind of know how to manage
I
that
just have
more.
I just have the sense now, like you
You know what I'm
said,
saying?
damn if you do, damn if you don't. Whether you do good, people gonna talk. Whether you do bad, people gonna talk. And then you realize like caring about that shit so much, it's time consuming, bro. It's time consuming
Yeah,
on your
it's stressful.
brain. It's time consuming on your life. And it's like if you're gonna address everybody that has something negative to say about you, bro, just understand, grasp the fact that you will be doing this forever, especially the more you elevate. So after a while, it's like, you know what? I think it's best for me to really like really control how I feel about what people say about me, because
Yeah, people use it
this
against
type
you
of
too.
thing is never gonna stop. It's
But-
never gonna stop.
But that's one thing me and you we always talk about. What do we always say? We try to stay around positive dudes.
Positive vibes. I need to be
You know
around
what I'm saying?
focus
So it's
niggas.
kind of like to actually kind of block all of that dumb shit out. It's like you rather just be with your circle that you know, like, you know what? I ain't got time to worry about who's going to like me when I got other bigger projects I could work over here. That's why, in a sense, I always say people gravitate towards energy. Energy is very contagious. So it's like me, I'm also I'm always thinking, okay, what could we be doing, or what could I be doing? You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's easy said than done. But I just think for me, it's like once you
what you could be doing as far as what?
like
Being
work-
proactive.
being proactive.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I put up a post a while ago, a little white guy that I follow on YouTube, and he be saying a lot of that type of stuff, and it's the truth. Yo, if you hanging around a whole bunch of positive people, you be hanging around 5 positive people, you're gonna be the 6th positive person.
yeah.
But you hanging around people that do bullshit, like do really nothing for themselves, that energy just reflects off from them and just comes. You just attract.
It's contagious.
And
Yeah,
even with
yeah,
social media,
definitely,
that's why in a sense sometimes I don't blame you and you say you just unfollow certain people.
Yeah,
because you don't-
yo,
it's like
yo,
I don't blame you.
I got
bro.
something I screenshotted the other day. I'm gonna post this, and it's the truth. And I was literally like, yo, that's exactly how I felt. Where is it?
You could say it's not that real, not you. I'm talking about Junior. But see how he just said unfollowing a person can help too. Like you would look at it as just
I
social
literally-
media.
This is a post I
Nah,
had.
like,
I saw. It was
That
like
shit for fuck with your mental too, seeing all this negativity every time you
Constantly.
wake up. You're like, nah, I can't see this because it really affects me
Right.
subconsciously without even realizing.
the post
My
says,
fault.
don't use social media less. Use it more intentionally. Follow people who inspire you and motivate you. Engage with experts that you can learn from. Create genuine positive friendships. Stop mindlessly scrolling. So and complaining and watching people complain. Like people do that all day, and then that's just energy you just consuming and just
Yep.
making it like, all right,
And it's making you crazy because every post, you changing your mentality now. You see a baby, oh, that baby's cute. Then you see somebody die, fuck. Then you see something that's,
Mixed up emotions.
Emotional roller coaster.
Damn. So now you bipolar as fuck. Like, without even trying to
that's
be.
That's why I don't be on Facebook like that, because it's bare of
Bit of
that.
sadness.
What? All
There's just a lot
type
of
sadness,
complaining.
bro.
So sometimes I'll even go to
It's different with Instagram. It's just pictures, like, you know what I mean, as opposed to like memes. But Facebook is a lot of what people are thinking. Just like Twitter. That's why I got to get back on Twitter. But that's another reason I don't be on Twitter.
I be, you know, so crazy. Ever since I started my Twitter account, I started following people that's inspiring.
Only
people
motivational shit.
Entrepreneur, like.
So you be on this though?
Yeah, I be on it. Yeah, I be on it. Yeah, like I just feel like when it comes to specifically that, I try to really just kind of be like, you know, with people that's you
got to stay in your own little world, man.
Yeah.
That's what it really boils down to now. You got to create your own world, man.
On
coexist
the
in
internet and in real life.
And in real life.
Two different lives.
Who said, was it Nipsey that said protect your energy? Somebody said that.
Yeah,
Everybody
sound
think
like
it wasn't
something
it.
he would say.
Yeah, I think it wasn't it.
I remember he said protect your energy.
I remember June told us about some stories that you encountered with people being disloyal to you. How you dealt with it? Like, you just, I know you're one of those kind of people that's just like, I'm gonna exclude you, fuck you type shit, but
Pretty much.
that's just how you your mechanism.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I look at loyalty a like total different way, and like, I don't really want to get into it because it's like for me to get into it, I have to like break down and everything. So
or put down some details.
Not even just that. It's just that like I just don't feel like
It's a lot of backstory.
Yeah, not even just backstory. It's just that like I'm gonna have to really explain it. Like, personally, I don't think loyalty exists anymore. It doesn't exist because people like break it down to a point where there's levels of loyalty. No, it's either you're loyal or you're not loyal.
I agree with that.
And nobody's loyal. And like, even in this room, if you think about it, it's not loyal. Like, perfect example. Like going back to what you said, like how you said it's trust. Loyalty is for a form of trust. Yes, technically, but not necessarily, because say loyalty is either you loyal or you not. Like, put it like this. Say me and Hypa brothers, we family. I might not be fucking with Hypa, but if something goes down with Hypa, automatically my allegiance is to him because we're family. That's loyalty.
Yeah.
I don't trust him. I don't like him, but he's family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So are you saying that?
But he could trust that you're going to be there for him.
So are you saying that you should be?
Yeah, but
go ahead.
Yeah, but like I said, but like there's different forms of trust. Like I could trust you more than I trust him.
So you're saying,
but
trust
if y'all
and
have
so you're saying
problems,
trust and loyalty is different.
It's more of allegiance. Loyalty is more of allegiance than trust.
So I mean, I'm just trying to understand.
Like, I owe you that. I owe you that because you're family.
Nobody owes anybody anything.
But that's loyalty though.
That ain't loyalty.
Loyalty is
But
this is what I'm saying. That loyalty to me, I look at it as allegiance.
Everything's to him.
Yeah,
once you said
Yeah.
personally,
So
I'm
don't-
like,
don't-
all right,
yeah,
I'll let you rock.
Don't say anything where
Yeah.
Clarify that one more time.
it's all to him.
Yeah. But that's what I meant.
When you said personally, I'm like, okay, you got it.
But that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Because
like, I gotta explain it.
This is how it starts.
Yeah.
And then we don't
So
understand.
build
So you
up.
gotta say it's to him.
But that's what I mean. Like that's what I'm looking like. It's to me. I feel like it's allegiance because I might trust you. You might. All right, perfect like this. Put it like this. You might be my man's, but you have a problem with my family. That's family. So I can't be if I'm in between both of y'all, I'm not loyal. Because if I'm loyal, I'll pick a side. I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter. That's loyalty.
I understand because I had the same thing with Dane-Ja. My brother's my oldest brother. He's a weirdo. So it's my brother, but he's a hothead.
Yeah.
So I remember one time we was in a party. It was after the party, and he had his girl with him. And Dane-Ja and his people that he was with at the time, he thought they said something to him, and then basically they got in a fight.
Yeah.
So it's just like fuck me. Like,
Yeah.
I was just tight because it was like I don't really at the time, and I never really did. Like, me and my brother wasn't really that cool because he just be in and out. Like, he don't be around and he around and he don't be around. But I'm with Dane-Ja all the time.
Yeah.
So it's just like I'm breaking it up. I just have to break it up.
Of
So
course.
no matter how much they fighting, just break it up because I don't have loyalty. Like, my loyalty was really cutting.
But that's what I'm saying. Loyalty should never be split. That's why I meant by allegiances.
Yeah.
Your loyalty should never be split. Like, say you got problem with somebody, your problem's automatically my problem. Like I can't be cool with somebody that you feel is a op.
So you
get
feel
what
like,
I'm saying?
so there's none of that no more. Is
There's
basically what you're saying.
people break it down to levels now.
Yeah, so
You feel what I'm saying?
For you, it's
That
just
it's
trust.
not loyalty then.
He the op now, but once upon a time he grew up on my block, so I can't. He can't. Yeah, it'd be
Like you know, I
that.
get what I'm saying. Like
It'd be
niggas
like
break it
that.
to levels. Like so now there's levels of loyalty. And honestly, to a point now,
But I
it's
feel
like
you-
the reason I feel like personally, I feel like the reason it's broken down to loyalties now because I feel like it's loyalty until it's not beneficial to people.
I can't. I kind of disagree with that. I
What?
understand. Like I get what you're saying with the levels thing because it don't make no sense. It's either you riding or you not.
Yeah.
But then like it does take certain things. Like all right, if he does one thing disloyal, it's a dub automatic.
That's where it goes
But
back to
that's
exactly
another
what
thing
you
too.
were
That's why I'm
That's
saying.
what-
That's what I'm
what
saying.
you were saying.
Loyalty don't exist, but that's not necessarily always a bad thing because loyalty has no common sense. If you get what I'm, that's why I
Yeah,
mean like,
I
I have
get
to
that.
break
I
it
see, I
down.
get
Loyalty
that.
don't have no
Yeah,
common
yeah,
sense.
like,
Yeah,
what's common
So
sense
there's
to you
no
is not
there's
gonna
no
be
written
common
rule
sense to
for
somebody
yeah,
else.
like,
it's like
I could, you could have been doing something perfectly stupid, and I think it's stupid, but it doesn't matter. I'm still rocking
still
with
gotta
you
go.
because I still,
Yeah.
because
So
I
you
have
always-
allegiance to you.
so you always pick a side basically. You don't never.
I have to. Yeah,
You're
that's-
loyal to a
It could
fault.
never sway.
So then you.
So
then
what if it's just two good
Your
friends?
definition, then loyalty should not exist.
That's
if you
what
always have to pick
Yeah,
a
that's what
side.
you
I
said.
just
That's
I
what
said
you
I
said.
said.
It don't exist.
So what happens?
Yeah, add to that disloyalty for your reasoning. I don't agree with that.
Huh?
So if it's
I
two,
believe
There's
there's
not a lot
I
of
believe
loyalty.
there's
It's
such
to
thing
him
as
and it's everybody's right.
Like in the real term of loyalty, he's right.
Yeah.
It don't exist because
well, what if it's two
you're
good
breaking
friends?
it down.
Both
Huh?
of them are your good friends. Then what do? There's no like, are you was
You're,
friends
but
with him?
but, all right, but look at it. Regardless, you're being disloyal to somebody if you pick a side, right? So therefore, you're not loyal.
And then if you don't choose a side, you disloyal to both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like
see what
nigga,
I'm
you
saying?
just sat there and let
So
us
there's
fight.
no loyalty.
Like, damn, I
You're
don't know what to
disloyal
do.
somehow.
Wow, that's crazy, bro.
crazy, bro.
I ain't know. That's why I really want to go too
No, it
deep
makes sense.
into
Nah,
it.
it makes
but I'm
sense,
just
though.
saying,
And
like,
I made sure this is
to
him.
me,
Nigga
to
down
me,
said,
to
not
me.
today.
I
They
No,
said,
but
this is how
after
we
he
think.
explained it though, that's why I'm glad you did go further
Sometimes
along
you
in
need
the
to
because you
break
know
it
what
down.
you
because
said.
it made sense.
You said something that can trigger like, well, and it could go. You was like, you're wrong, and I was like,
I ain't say he was wrong.
no, you said that's wrong. You said that's wrong,
No, I didn't.
bro. We're gonna go back.
We gonna go back.
on the tape. That's wrong.
Maybe you said
I ain't say that.
disagree.
I niggas ain't doing that.
Not today.
I don't know. I kind of feel like a little bit indifferent because I feel like if you like I gave you the two friend situation, as long as you're not if I could like say I have one best friend here, and then some kind of altercation. As long as I'm breaking up the altercation period and trying to reconcile both sides, I don't feel like I'm being disloyal.
I agree.
I feel like I'm being a friend to both
mutual
sides.
friend.
I'm being loyal to both sides by just not choosing a side and,
and
just
that's
trying
where
to
the
diffuse
levels.
the situation.
That's where the levels come in.
between
no,
two
but
might
hold on.
do a
But-
little more for
I-
this one.
But loyalty
Then I
is
do
in
for
the
this
eye
one.
of the beholder.
No, but this is
That
what
makes sense,
No,
too.
but this but regardless you breaking it up, you're doing the righteous thing. But at the end of the day, if
that doesn't mean he's disloyal.
no, but let me explain.
Uh-huh.
If you have an opposition and I'm doing that, you're looking at I'm partly on his side. So therefore, regardless if I'm half an op or I'm a full op, I'm an op regardless. If it makes sense, if that makes sense.
In your definition, what E just said is kind of like sums it up. I guess
What?
loyalty is in the eye of the beholder. You may consider certain things loyal, and he may look at it as disloyal. But now, just because that's how he views it doesn't mean you're wrong, and vice versa.
And
I
it
get,
goes
I
back
get
to
what you're saying. Yeah,
not
but
having common sense.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. But like I said, if you if somebody's an op to you, if you have beef with this person or whatever, and I'm cool with that person, you can't look at me like I'm totally loyal to
You
you.
know how I am, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why. But you
I be
can't.
rocking niggas.
But exactly. So.
Nigga, if I don't like him, nigga, we don't like him, okay?
But
We don't like him.
yeah,
Yeah,
well, that's
the
what I'm
50
saying.
Cent
So
vibe.
that's why I'm saying this. Regardless, no matter how you put it, you're still stuck. It's either you got to pick a side. Whether you not omitting the fact is still choosing a side.
I think niggas just broke it all the way down to like, look, if you don't try to kill me, we cool. Like it's like
Nice.
that's how low it got because
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
like-
you can't
I
really
understand.
expect.
I understand his view, but then I feel like there's also another view. I think sometimes not choosing a side can show your loyalty as well. I feel like it could be two different. I mean,
But
it
that's
just
what he's
depends on
trying
how
to
you
say.
look at
By
it.
not choosing a side, you're disloyal
You're-
to someone.
Yeah, exactly. You're disloyal to both parties now. It's still a lose-lose, bro. It's when you dealing with loyalty, it's either
Fuck
you're
y'all.
100%.
Y'all disloyal to me.
Yeah,
y'all disloyal to me.
But that's why I meant.
putting
But
me in that
nobody in this
situation.
room, technically, I feel like that's what I'm saying. If you go by the definition, technically, nobody is loyal.
If that's how you want to put it.
So
But
then you
here's
say-
my thing.
So you're gonna say that in the dictionary that word shouldn't be there.
No, I didn't say that because there are some people that's loyal. There are. I know people.
So then the word it does exist.
That's
Yes,
what I was gonna say.
but that's what I'm saying.
Did
But
it ever
that's what-
exist? Like,
But that's what I'm saying. Certain loyalty, it doesn't have common sense. That's what I meant by it.
From your explanation and definition, it makes sense. And like I said, from your term, from the way you explained it, that word should not exist in the Bible. I mean, the Bible. It shouldn't exist in the dictionary at all.
Bible
It shouldn't
too.
be.
But honestly,
Technically,
it's
it
in the
should be
Bible,
no such
definitely.
thing.
Yeah, but some people die with this. Some people. That's why they say.
But I think it's also a cultural thing too, bro.
What?
I think we look at it like that from the way we grew up and the way we brought up.
you talk
Facts.
about it.
Yeah, that's
Because,
true. That's true
like,
too.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
believe other people
I
feel
agree.
like loyalty is just making sure that you stand by your friend or your family and you're there for support and this is that and the third and you're always there.
Yeah,
like
but-
we make it, nigga. What side of the line you on? All right, you over here, fuck you for life. If you over here, you my nigga. Like it can't always be like that. Like it can't be black and white like that.
But you know what it is? Sometimes when
break it
shit
down
get
for me.
uncomfortable too, sometimes that's what I'm talking about. Niggas break it down in levels.
For levels.
You would be like, all right, you know
Circumstances.
what? That's my man. I knew him since this. No matter how wrong he is, I'm gonna be by
I'm a
him.
ride for him.
And
But
it's
my
like,
thing-
bro,
but my
he
thing-
rapes kids or he do this. You going? What you
But
going?
I
Oh,
feel
not
like
even
when it
just
comes
that.
to-
Not even just
That's
that.
it,
Not
sure.
even just that. I'm
You
a
loyal,
ride.
though.
I'm a ride for my man, and I'm a die for my man. I know what he's about to do. He's about to get him killed, but I don't want to die. But I still got to ride with him,
Yeah.
even though I know he's gonna die.
Yeah.
That's not common sense. That's common
That's
sense would be
fucking
I want to
stupid.
live. I shouldn't go, but that's my man's. I can't let him go by
I'ma go
himself.
anyway. I'ma
I gotta
risk
go
my life
anyway.
too. I'm just
Well,
go.
but then that depends. That's like if.
But how does that
it's-
depend? If I
because
don't
if it's
go,
my mom, I might take that bullet for granted
that's
for 100%.
loyalty. That's loyalty.
Okay, so then I guess it depends on the person as well. So, you
But
can't-
is that common sense? What I'm telling you, you know you're gonna die. You don't want to die, but you're gonna go anyway. That's loyalty
I
though?
guess we could take the loyalty out of the word out of that period too. Then because
What?
I wouldn't call it loyal to your mother if you're doing that for your mom. That's just because
That's loyal.
yeah.
Whatever. It don't
That's
matter. It don't matter what your mother went through. That's somebody you loyal to. That's somebody like regardless if she right or wrong, you gonna be with her
go to
regardless.
the back.
That's loyalty.
And that's what make loyalty like if it's real loyalty, it's
Yeah.
foolery.
That's what I'm saying.
It really is.
It
bro.
don't matter.
Like,
You know that person could be perfect, like purely wrong. It doesn't matter. I'm riding with you.
I don't know.
Yo,
Certain
bro,
aspects,
See, but
certain aspects, I expect people to be loyal to me in certain aspects.
But
I'm
that's-
not saying
see,
there
yeah.
or in everything, but
Uh-huh.
certain aspects I expect. I expect loyalty.
But
from
I'm
you.
only saying it's
okay, but
foolery
how about
when
if
it's
somebody
took it
say
to a certain
okay,
level.
but if somebody say I'm kind of loyal, but I'm not fully loyal. What is that? Is that loyalty to you?
That's like I'll buy an
See,
Eventbrite ticket, but
see,
I ain't showing
that's
up.
what-
I guess if you phrase it that way, is like.
But he
nigga,
said
what-
certain aspects. I want certain aspects of loyalty.
Well,
Well,
I agree with that too.
I
Like,
understand.
it depends.
But
like,
is it loyalty? Is it full on loyalty?
I might have to agree if you say it's a lose-lose. It's pretty much a lose-lose.
Exactly. That's what I'm. That's what I'm saying.
based on his definition? Yes. It's
Yeah,
a-
based on my definition. But if
Yeah.
you don't break it down to levels, I guess. But I feel like
But my
with
thing is, you have to break it down all the way like to that point.
He said you
shit
had to do
get
it like
deep,
that,
my
nigga.
nigga.
You know what I'm
Shit get
saying?
deep.
Like, damn.
With
so
our
it's-
culture, like I said, with our culture, we gotta
That's what I'm
break it
saying.
down
Shit's
like
a conversation. Like that's
You
a
know what I'm
conversation
saying?
that has to be
Because-
had. That makes you think like, yo, are you really loyal? It makes you look at you like just like how last
the
week I
whole
made
no
you.
snitching shit. Like
Let's
you gonna
not
do
go
a bit
back
with your
into
Yeah.
man?
Yeah, why
No,
not?
we going. Why not?
Yeah, we could do.
Go back to
we
what?
could-
It
we
goes
gotta do.
about it's loyalty.
Snitching?
So like
Oh.
your man get
You can't
jammed
get away
up
from
and
it.
you with him and he ain't saying it was him. You gotta. That shows your loyalty. Now you in jail for 18 years, but you loyal.
And that's when I say it's levels, nigga.
No, that's,
Levels, nigga.
I always say every week, don't put me in that type of situation.
Okay, we're not gonna. We ain't gonna. So,
That's
Hey,
crazy.
look, man.
so there's
Yeah,
nobody.
man.
There's nobody in your lives that you expect to be loyal to you. That you
Yeah,
expect.
I
wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say
expect
that.
it.
Of
Since
course,
y'all
of
saying
course.
it's just it's a trash word. It doesn't really
What?
exist.
No, that's
You
true.
know what I mean?
No, I said I don't.
Okay, Junior. Sorry.
Oh yeah, exactly. As I said, I
There's
don't
nobody
think
that you
anybody's
expect-
fully loyal, but of course I expect certain people, and
I expect my
certain
wife
people.
to be loyal to me, sir.
Yeah,
I want to say that. The first, yo, when I see,
Oh,
when I
there's no loyalty in that.
when I see,
What?
There's
listen,
no loyalty.
yeah, you got
okay, but let me tell you.
When
let
I
me
see
tell-
the question,
Talk about it.
Okay,
answer was
okay.
your shorty. You
I'm happy you
expect
said that. Yeah, granted, she should be loyal to you.
Oh.
But if she has to choose between you, hold on, no. No, but if she has to choose between you and your kid.
Spice up.
Oh, nah, she gonna be loyal to the kid. I expect her to take the kid.
All right, you expect it, but loyalty is loyalty, right? Ride or die.
I expect her.
Because
But you see,
I know damn well.
That's a dilemma, though. That's a dilemma, ain't it?
It is a dilemma.
It's a dilemma.
Right.
Be loyal to me.
Nah, over the kid.
Be loyal to me.
I respect it. I gotta respect it. I gotta respect it.
Be loyal to me.
Nah,
respect it.
Nah, real talk. Wait. Y'all making it seem I'm saying fuck my kid. I ain't saying that.
No,
I'm just saying
we
I
understand
would
it.
rather
We
her
understand
be
exactly.
loyal to me more than anybody. Like I'm her husband.
No.
And in the Bible it says
In the Bible, here we
everything gets erased
Nah,
when the husband is when you're a husband.
We just gave you a circumstance. You're basically saying, push come to shove, if she had to choose between you and your child, you was like, nah, me first, right?
I said loyalty. I ain't talking about if we
Okay,
both
that's
both
what
of us.
whatever.
That's what he asked.
Get
Though.
deep, buddy. You break it that shit get deep.
You're a hot boy.
I'm just saying.
Nah, but guess what? It's the reality of it.
Like
though.
honestly,
Exactly.
bro, like
Not
in
gonna
your,
hold
in
you.
your position, like
Yeah.
if push come to shove and she needed to choose and she chose her, my daughter over me, I wouldn't be mad. Huh?
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying,
I wouldn't. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
I
think
wanted
the
to be
diet
every
is
step,
information.
no matter what
Oh.
type of step, but no matter what type of step you try to break it down, there's always a choice that you have to make to prove your loyalty. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So regardless, every day is a test. Every day is a test of your loyalty. So it's like you could have been fully loyal yesterday, but something might happen today to make you look like you're disloyal. So how could you fully say you disloyal when every day you're being tested?
Your loyalty is always it's like stock, bro.
Yeah, it's like a choice you gotta
With
make
everybody,
every day.
it changes throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? Because
Exactly.
right now he could do something that'll make you pissed and be like, you know what, fuck that, I ain't calling him. And
But
then
it-
like
that's what I meant. Like somebody
it
can't
could
be
change.
fully loyal. Like, there's no such thing as somebody being fully loyal. It's impossible. To me, I feel like it's impossible.
the only thing you loyal to is yourself.
Correct.
Sometimes you're not even loyal. If you want to break it down, I'm pretty sure you can find like nigga, you disrespecting yourself by doing that bullshit. If you want to sold your soul or some shit, you wasn't loyal to yourself, nigga, because
You still gonna justify it to yourself though. Like
Facts.
yeah, fuck it, I sold my soul, but
I did it for us.
look at this Brightland. Look at this Brightland.
I did it for us, baby. I mean, I think that's a deep topic, bro.
It is.
That's something you could talk about.
I'm
for
just
hours.
saying, according to your definition, you said, you know what I mean, the only person you could be loyal to yourself. But if you break it down the way you break it down to, then there's levels to that too. And that shit is kind of ridiculous, bro.
But what I'm saying, like I said, loyalty.
Kinda ridiculous.
There's certain points of loyalty that you gotta have no common sense. That has no common sense.
I mean, I think we all would want somebody to be loyal to us. The
Of
most.
course.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a
And
fact.
in that situation, I definitely expect my wife to be loyal to me more than anybody.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
I'll give you a perfect example.
So-
I'll give you a perfect example what my part of loyalty is. If I go out with a friend or whatever, with one of my good friends, regardless, I think he's wrong or right. If we getting it in, pause. You can't do that. Like I messed up my whole. I can't say pause and you like, oh, that's crazy. Like, nah, I said I beat you to it. Sorry.
That ass.
Just the thought of it.
Nah, that's the way it works though. Like once I pause myself, it's a dub.
Yeah, that's it.
Everything is stops.
It's over. Yeah, but if we get into something or something goes off, like that's my man, and then my mindset is, my mindset is, I can't ever go to knock on his door or go to his mama crib and let him know like, yo, something happened to him and nothing happened to me.
Then
That's
just don't
I watched
dumb.
that
That's
shit
stupid
recently,
loyalty.
and,
That's stupid loyalty, but
that's
that's
fact.
loyalty. That's my man's. There's no way I'm gonna let him get in the gym without me there, and I'm there.
You just can't go to his mom crib. Just
No, that's
I'm
not
just
happening.
saying, Just don't do it, and just don't.
What
tell
Just
about
don't
if you
go,
did? What
right?
if-
Just don't tell
Just don't go.
What
Don't tell him.
about the person that's just pussy? They're not a fighter. But it's your
just
homeboy.
But I respect
That's your
that.
man.
I respect that. If I know
Yeah.
that's the way he is, I respect that.
But
I have friends like that. One
hom-
of my good friends is like
Homie
that.
from the
pussy.
movie. Homie from
One
the
of my
movie
good
was
friends
loyal.
is pussy.
I ain't say that.
OD,
I ain't say
OD,
he's pussy.
OD,
I ain't say
But
he's
see-
pussy.
said that.
No,
You
yeah,
say those words.
No,
though.
I just said he's not a fighter.
He was pussy.
No,
But see, that's the problem
he
with
not
our
a fighter.
culture. We look at people that ain't a fighter as a pussy.
Yeah,
When it's
not-
like
not
that ain't fair to
necessarily
do.
true,
You know what I'm saying?
But
He's
you
pussy.
can talk your way out of an argument. What you about to say?
My
Look,
golly
man,
gee.
I said, homie, that was in a movie.
Oh,
He was loyal because he
What movie?
What's the movie?
Hobbs
with the,
business.
with the 4 guys.
Oh.
With the 4 kids. What's the name of the movie again?
It's
Four
mad.
black
Four
kids.
brothers? Oh no.
Bro, the movie,
Four
man.
black
The
kids. What
kids
you
that
Oh,
went
you're
to
talking
jail.
about the Netflix
Oh,
joint.
Central Park 5.
Yeah.
Oh,
when
okay.
they see us, show.
It was
5
5,
kids.
bro.
That's why he threw us off.
Yeah, that's what
Nigga
happened.
said, bro. The 4 niggas.
Kids.
Yeah, Central Park 5.
Yeah, that's part
That's
loyalty.
loyal. That's
Because
part of loyalty.
somebody could have walked me like, nah, you going to.
All right, dude. Peace.
Yeah.
But was it really loyalty the whole way through? Because maybe Corey Wise felt like it wasn't no loyalty because he had a different experience. You know what I'm saying?
All the way.
But
like-
his loyalty was on top notch.
Yeah.
Nah, maybe not theirs, but his loyalty was through that situation was on top notch.
He
You
was
know
a
what I'm
rider for real.
Big time. Moving on to the final segment of the night, which is called that
Pop
or
off Lizzo.
Lizzo. First thing on the docket is Rick Ross, Port of Miami Dose. How you feel about it on the right side?
Album's fire. That was the album that I had on repeat all weekend. I'm not even a big fan of it. I'm a fan of Rick Ross, but I'm not a big fan of his albums like that. But you could tell he worked on this album. This is the first album in a while. Like I actually remember title names. I remember the featured artists on it. You know what I'm saying? And that's definitely gonna be a pop. You know, I'm happy for him because with a name like Port of Miami too, like people say the first one is like his best album.
So you're not going to push no button or nothing.
You let him.
You ain't gonna push nobody to that. That's what we doing?
No, he's talking. He's talking. He's talking.
Thank you very much.
He's talking.
Thank you
It's not like
very
he's
much.
thinking.
That's good.
Thank you
You ain't
very
gonna
much.
push nobody.
That's cool. He was dragging.
Yeah.
I was dragging it.
No button.
That's
I
cool.
was dragging it.
He's talking.
Nigga, Danger look
No,
at me.
no, him. He was like,
You looking at you the whole
That
time.
ass the whole time.
I
So
wasn't
we not
gonna
gonna do that.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Go ahead.
All
But go
right,
ahead. But go ahead.
I feel like talking a whole nother paragraph
you
now
do.
because
I
your
know
ass.
you do.
nigga, on my
I
body.
know you do.
Pop a flop, pop a flop, pop a flop.
I ain't done, nigga. I'm not done. It's a pop, nigga.
That's what I did. That.
Go ahead.
Pop, pop, pop.
He done.
It was good.
Wow. Niggas you the one niggas to cut your ass.
Wow,
It was good. It was
He's
good.
supposed-
And I'm not
he's-
even a fan, but his album's good.
Was it? It sounds like it barely just made the good mark.
Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting.
One, I'm not a big fan of Rick Ross like that. And two, first thing I normally look for is like the production. If I like how the beat sound, I like his flow. But I really have to say some of the songs he had on there really, really caught my attention. The joint with Meek Mill is fire.
Not yawning on niggas.
Nah,
I think
I don't mean like that.
I know.
Come on, bro.
he had a few songs in there I like, but overall it's a dope project. And for me not to even be a fan, I was impressed with that one.
That's the same for me. But I am a fan of him, though.
I'm not a fan of it.
Just to clear it up.
Just to clear it up. Just so you
feel,
know.
sir, I'm still not a fan.
Yeah, it's a pop. What's the name? Had Nipsey Hussle had one of the best verses on it to me.
That verse is fire.
Yeah.
Talking shit.
For me, it was a pop, but it wasn't like a super pop.
I feel you had a lot of high expectations because you've been talking.
Yeah, I had
Worse.
a lot.
Niggas
a whole
waiting this
bunch.
since last
It
year.
was.
What's it
Yeah,
called? Became
it
the
was
wackest song on there to me.
What?
And before I heard the album,
Wale?
yeah,
I already
that
knew
song
it.
is trash
I
to me
already
now.
knew it.
But mind you, before the
saw-
album
I saw
That
came
song
out,
is tough though. I like
before
that
the
song.
album came out, I thought the song was pretty decent. But
Yeah,
now I'm
motherfucker.
like, yeah, like
I like them shits,
Funny.
nigga. I like them.
that song
God
is
Killer
trash to
beats.
me now after the album came out.
Yeah, it was a pop for me. Just wasn't like, oh my god, it's phenomenal.
He has no heavy hitters. He has no hits. And realistically, his formula is still the same. It sounds like every other album. But
Yeah.
for some reason, I like this shit.
Danger convinced me it was a pop.
I convinced you.
You
Was,
didn't
oh, yeah,
listen?
yeah.
Yeah.
We was in a car and we was going through the list. You're like, okay, I like this one. And I like this one too. Oh, yeah, I like this. Oh, okay, it's a pop.
Pretty much.
like 8 songs.
Yeah,
you
because
went
I
down
ain't
like
like
10
the first.
songs.
Yeah, I ain't like the first 3 songs. I ain't like.
Actually,
And
the
I just
singles
like
that he, I didn't even
other
listen
ones
to,
I just
didn't even
like. I
listen
like.
to them
Yeah, I
after
liked
a
all
while.
of it. The
Alright.
whole.
I don't
the whole
care
way
for
down.
the Drake joint.
I love that.
I don't
song.
even
Mad
know the
talking.
Drake. I don't know the Drake joint.
Gold
Like,
Roses
I ain't
is
listen
at the
to
end.
the last 2. I ain't listened to.
Those I'll be
It's
skipping.
at the
Like,
end.
I'm
That
good
go
with it.
that Drake shit is like fire to me.
It is fire, but
That
I'm
shit's
like,
fire. To me.
I'm good.
How we go? I don't remember. But I haven't even heard
can't
it.
recollect.
I'm not harmonizing right now.
Yeah.
Nigga say right now.
Ease, how
Say
you
that
feel
pop.
about it?
Easy.
It was definitely a pop. I love this album. I like this album a lot.
He got to it, guys. You
And,
got a round of applause for that.
Got him. I know he got to it. On the bottom, I saw his picture. I saw Hypa picture and Rello picture. I was like, oh, everybody got to it this week.
Yeah, man. My favorite joint on there is actually the song with him and Gunplay. That shit is fire.
I like that song.
I ain't like it at
song
first.
is
That grew on me.
Fire,
It grew on
bro.
me.
And then
that
Summer Rain, I fucks with that song. That sample
Yeah, I
is
like that.
Only because of the
bro.
sample.
Nah,
me.
but the whole vibe of the song is fire to
Oh,
me.
Summer did her thing too.
Huh?
The summer chick did.
Dead
Yeah.
Loaf's joint is alright too.
That's my
I
favorite.
like the
record.
Dej Loaf joint.
my
I
favorite
like
record,
the
man.
Swiss Beat joint too.
Fascinated,
Yeah,
my favorite
Switch Beat
shit. That's
joint
the one
I
I
like.
put up
Big
on my
time.
IG.
That
Yeah,
one
big
and
time.
First I ain't like it at
Boogie shit
first.
good too.
I like that one.
Fascinated is good.
White Lines
Fascinated is
and
probably one of my favorite.
Vegas
songs.
Residency is my shit too.
See, that means he has a good album, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody was like,
Yeah.
You think it's better than Port?
I
You
got
think
a
it's better than Port of
guaranteed, like, five.
Port of Miami, the first one? You think it's better than the first one?
I was real talk. That's the Rick Ross I was not fucking with, bro.
Boom.
I'm talking after blowing money fast. That's when I started
Oh,
fucking with him. Yeah,
I love Port of Miami.
he
That's
sound-
what
sounds
crossed
super.
that line with Akon, right?
Miami.
That's the
Once he
album.
started giving me
Yeah,
that
that's,
elegant hood,
You better cross
every
that
damn
line.
hustler.
I'm eating shrimp and
Yeah.
fucking.
What?
I'm eating shrimp and fucking.
Oh,
he been talking that boss talk, though.
No, but now it's like,
It's
I
like-
don't know. It's like some elegant hip hop
that
Out
Make
there,
that-
he's gone.
That's sweat. Yeah.
I don't know. It's
You don't like that?
No, the beat selection. Once
No,
the
that's
beat
what-
se-
that's what I
the
saw.
beat selection. I think it's the beat selection
Yeah, the
started
beat
catching.
selection too.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me because I feel like with him, I don't know if I should call it like that, but he be having that drug dealer music.
Yeah, that's fact.
Yeah.
Like I don't do
That's
drugs.
what it's all
I can't
about.
relate,
His
Charles.
name is Rick Ross.
Newsflash. His name was Ricky Ross. Freeway Rick Ross.
Okay,
Which
so I guess
is-
that's
which
what.
is-
It is
But
drug
I guess
dealer
this
music.
is the reasons why to it. He never
don't-
caught my
His
attention
vibe-
like
his
that.
music
That's
is
not. You know me. I like
music is car music.
bars.
It's smoky
Yeah.
music. Like
I like the East Coast.
it's good.
type
It's
of
a good
vibe.
feel thing.
I feel like, honestly though,
Sound
like
like a Jamaican.
I actually became
Good
a fan
feel.
of Gunplay off that verse, bro. Like that song, I
I fuck
fucks
on
with
Gunplay
that.
when he had that one
That-
fire song like a couple years ago.
That-
Can't fuck with that, man. I'm good on
Oh,
Talk
that.
about
We
something
gonna
on the
be
dash.
rich.
Wonder.
Yeah.
I'm
I already
Gooch
know that.
Gooch.
That's the only thing. Yeah.
Law, put the people on. Law of Attraction, Casio featuring Rowdy Rich single. How you feel about it, right side?
Pass.
Damn.
Ooh,
Pop.
what's that?
Pass.
Damn.
Pop, PD pop.
I ain't hear it, bro.
It's a pop.
That's why I
It's
passed.
dope.
I ain't hear it. I ain't not because I don't like
Danger
it.
will give you all the music and don't listen to not one of them shits.
Nah, just that one.
All the drugs.
That one time.
He said that one time.
Heard that one a long time.
Pop. You heard
Nah, I
it?
ain't
Oh, you
listening
can't
to
get to
that.
it?
Yeah, I ain't get
I put that in the chat.
No matter what else you put,
I
he
put
ain't get
that
that.
June, June put it in the chat.
June,
Put it in the
June.
You
chat.
be
Yeah.
knowing, son.
No Talu, baby. We here. This one you better have got to. Troy Ave, Money Over Here single.
Of course. Nah, I ain't
Okay.
get to it. That song, it's fire. You know what it is? Because of what he's going through right now, everybody's like automatic. Oh,
Like,
we
shit-
don't
shit on-
listen.
we don't care
We don't
about
listen to
that.
snitches. Like, oh, he's still around. Like, nigga, I seen it on Apple Music. I'm like, let me check this out, and I'm like, you know what?
Snitch. Damn, I forgot
Song's
about
kind of
that.
alright. I fucks with it. It's a pop for me.
I ain't get to it.
Did he really snitch?
Respect it.
Exactly. That's why people don't even know. Just what society
Word
says.
on the street.
It's what they rocking with.
That's a cool vibe to
Yeah.
it. It's I'm not popping it or flapping it, but it's just
That shit
It
sound
just-
like a
It sound-
thotty vibe.
Yeah, it sounds OD.
it's
ain't
just
gonna
something
pop it or flap it though.
something I'm just like it's cool. I guess I'm not gonna listen to it anymore, but it's just one of those. If it gets some traction, maybe I'll give it.
See that?
Yeah, I didn't like it that much. It's not a flop, but I didn't like it that much.
Yeah, what was that? That was your icon, right?
Yeah, no, that was
Yeah. yeah.
That one is jokes
Yeah, it was cool. It's okay.
yeah, I fucks with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like same way.
When you said fire or you said something that hyped it up, I
said-
was like, I
all I
went
said
into it with like,
was tough. TUFF. It means it's cool. It's good.
you had a couple F's.
I ain't trying to be funny. I got
So you threw the flame on
Scroll
it.
up, scroll up.
Let me see how many F's I put.
Spell it the
You got-
correct way.
You got to it?
Nah, not at all.
I told you no matter what else.
Nigga said not at all.
Yeah,
Damn.
not at all.
Yo, you are Ty Lue King when it comes to music. Like you got to be like, oh, I'm waiting for this one. So
I ain't gonna lie, like
You
it's
got
really
to
like
super hype that shit.
It's
bro.
not.
God.
I don't think he.
Like-
No, he. No, realistically, he does it on
You gotta
purpose.
do what he did. Yo, ease in Hyper. I think y'all two would like
This
him.
one's for you.
That's one thing I can say. Him, he has a feel for everybody on this platform. Like
I'm
Joe,
not mad that he does that because he makes it known like he don't be caring about the new shit. So
Like
he
no,
ain't
it
tryna hear
ain't. No, see, you
No,
put me in the
no,
old nigga category.
no, bro. Am I bugging? That's not the vibe you get.
No, it ain't the vibe. It's just the shit y'all choose to put in the chat.
Yeah,
Oh,
the baby.
yo,
He likes
I don't
the baby.
care for-
That's new shit.
I don't
That's the
care.
only new
I like
shit.
Yella Beezy.
said,
I like Little Baby. I
said,
like
hey,
a lot of
gotta
people.
stop you
bro.
right here.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Hey, gotta stop you right now.
I ain't no old nigga. Yeah, man. I
He said,
just,
hey,
you
gotta stop
know,
you right there now.
I'm not out here looking for Troy Ave. I wouldn't type his name out. No offense, but I'm not Google searching. I'm not searching him in Apple Play.
No pun intended.
You
No
know,
offense.
I'm just like, you know, I'm not typing
Nah,
that.
but
in.
nah,
funny.
realistically, you kind of give off that vibe like, yo, all this new shit is I'm not saying you some old nigga, but all this new shit is trash, and I ain't trying to hear
No,
it.
I get that.
Yo,
vibe,
I
too. I
understand.
feel like you
Throw some
you
Boosie.
more you more like a
He like
like
Boosie?
a old school
Boosie,
like
These niggas
a old
Beavis and
school type of
Butthead today.
vibe.
I know it's not just me.
You like Boosie? They trying to say you like Boosie.
Yeah, I like it.
Word.
Yeah, but I also like, you know, younger artists too.
Hey, Boogie.
You know what? You know what?
Yeah,
It's not about like old or new artists. I think it's like you like the nostalgia sound. You like the '90s sound.
You like what you like.
I like
And
content.
also, I feel that
I don't
you-
really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say I feel like for the most part, I think you have the mindset. Music is not music the way music was
Same
back
thing,
then.
90s, 2000s.
So you rather just put yourself in with the mindset. You let me listen to content.
But exactly, I can't like be swayed by the flashiness of music now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some artists is flashy, some are not. Like if
And
y'all
I-
put J. Cole in the
Flashy
chat,
as
That's
far
the
as
reason
what?
why
I would listen
I
to
always
that.
say I
Flashy
like
as far as
I
what,
like
like
when June
clothes
sometimes
or-
say, you know,
no,
I think
flashy
this
as
is
in bars or flashy. Like I don't like the flamboyant shit about hip hop. I'm gonna be real. You know what I'm saying?
Neither
Like
do I.
I would rather, but nigga, everybody, Troy Ave, what he rapping about?
Are you talking about like what I'm saying?
But that's why I feel like-
chains and
But that's how I feel
clothes
like-
Like,
Like,
and cars.
But that's why I feel
The
like
same
you would,
thing that the artists in the '90s was doing too.
no, it was a different.
It was different, but they was
was
doing it too,
different,
bro.
Though. Like it was a little bit more creative, bro.
But
Now
that's
it's
why-
just-
Okay.
I feel like you'd like Annoyed because Annoyed make a song like he was he made a song like he's a fetus and like talking about how he's
Yeah.
in his mother's stomach and everything like that. And at the end of the record, he like the mom got her abortion. Like it's like, but he the whole time he's the fetus. He's showing how every like you'd have to listen to it. But
is a like
but
he
like
brought it
when
up
he
to
make
me.
dope content and like you said, Nas is not one of your favorite rappers, but Nas make a lot of records that makes dope content. Like it's
Yeah.
like dope like type shit like that, like Substance.
yeah.
Dame Lillard, Big Dollar album. How you feel about it, right, sir?
Pass.
Pass?
Should have known that was
No,
a
I
fact.
pass as it. I ain't listen.
Oh,
He passed the ball.
that's
That's
the one I'm bumping now. And so far, from what I've heard, he got some nice tracks on there,
The ball-
and I'm kind of impressed too
The man can
because
rap. He can rap.
yeah,
That don't mean he can make songs, but he can rap.
he can rap.
It's like a halfway pass for me. Some of them songs is trash.
Halfway pass.
Shit with Wayne is dookie, man.
Yeah, that's bad.
Wayne
Yeah.
is dookie.
That's a horrible
damn,
song.
son.
I'm sorry.
It's a halfway pass, so it's just I don't really want to. I'm not touching that.
He said, "I'm not touching
Like,
that."
yo, I'll leave it alone.
Nigga don't want none of that snitch on him. Like, get it away.
I'm sorry, but this one is not Dame time.
Oh, you heard it?
It's
You heard
not
it?
for me, bro. It's
heard
not
it?
for me. I'm sorry. I don't know.
This one ain't it. Didn't he have an album that was good?
Yeah,
The
last
first one.
That's the second one, right?
That's his third one, bro.
See, I know he been outside.
Keep grinding, kid. Keep grinding. But it's not for me.
said keep grinding.
I'm not gonna hold you.
Grimes.
I don't like this album like that. I don't like this one.
Yo, it's just some songs I'm like, ugh, this is not good.
Nah, don't get me wrong. Nah, he got like two.
That's
some
some songs
songs.
that's tough.
I'm not lying. I said some songs.
Yeah,
the
some
one
songs.
of y'all sent was good.
Check.
Yeah, that song is.
I like
Yeah,
Check.
Check is
I like
good.
I like the vibe of Check.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fire.
Oh, he said, ugh.
This is like
did a
OD
Pusha
disgusting.
T.
Ugh, this is not good. Ugh. Nah, like that serious. I was just like, nah, this is
And
not it,
that's
bro.
exactly why I want to give it a chance because I knew I would have probably felt the same way. I'm like, you know what? real talk. When I hear bad music,
Are
that shit
you
gets me
guys
tight.
also put in your mind? You look at him as a basketball player first.
I'm not.
before
I'm not.
anything?
Gonna, I'll be a
Ain't
liar.
none of that.
No,
Be
Ain't
honest.
none of that.
I'll be a liar.
Hypa, it's not
That-
fair.
That's what
Hypa-
actually got him the fans.
Hypa, it's not fair no more
It's the
because he had
opposite.
an actual good album. So it's just like now we're gonna hold you to that pedestal, and
Okay.
you got to live up to
Okay,
that
nah, I'm just
pedestal.
making
every
sure.
single
That's
time.
true too, but I'm just saying, like, what his mindset, the way people look at him is that way
Same
too.
for the battle rappers. The same thing. Like you can't make songs. You're a bad rapper, bro.
Yeah,
They
but I
classify
think
you real quick.
Seuss, like I said before, Sue Surf so far is the best album I've heard this year.
I feel like after Drake, everybody got rid of that. With the
What?
whole Degrassi thing to being a rapper. Like, I don't think people care, like, what you do now. If it's good music, they're going to support it. If it's trash, they not.
That's a fact.
Well,
You know
to
what I'm saying?
me, that one was trash. This is Oddly Similar Podcast Season 2.
Yeah.
Episode
Wait,
number
I ain't
20.
even answer.
You listen to it?
Bro.
Nah, I didn't.
Come on, bro.
Now we can do that. This is episode of
Oddly Similar Podcast Season 2, Episode number 24. I'm Rello to the right of me. I have
DJ Dane-Ja.
DJ Hypa. I'm out of here.
Darren.
Joan.
EAZ, baby.
Yes, sir.
Yo, yo.
The Oddly Similar Podcast.